Yeah.
Yes, sir.
We're back at it. We're back at it.
Episode number 2.
Episode number 2, ladies and gentlemen. We are Kicks on Stage. What's happening, everyone? It is Justin.
It is Christian.
How you guys feeling today? How you feeling today, Christian?
I'm good. I was just following your vibe there.
Hey, man, I'm in a good mood. Today's guest is gotten me amped up. I'm hella amped, and I'm excited for this whole day. But most importantly, before we dive into our special guest this day, Christian, what you got on today? What you feeling today?
You know what? I'm not gonna lie. These are like my PJs. And it's not a flex. These are just my PJs. But it is a Supreme hoodie.
Okay.
I got some vintage Chicago Bulls going on.
Right.
I got some Nike Supreme sweats, and I got on my Storm Blue Unions. Those are not pajamas, by the way.
I was gonna say, do you wear a hoodie to bed though?
No, but just, lounging
Okay.
in the house.
Lounging.
Okay, maybe
Disclaimer.
not PJs, just like chilling around the house wear.
Disclaimer
You know?
alert. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm just checking. I'm just checking.
How about you?
I got the Supreme hoodie on. It's on a box logo, but the hat's the new box logo from the 2021 collection. And I got my Bread Ones on,
Jeez.
the 2003
I'm
ones.
still looking for those, size 9.5. Anybody got some help?
Anybody needs some help. But maybe, Christian, our guest could help you.
I'm hoping so.
I'm hoping so. Maybe our guest
pressure.
can help. No pressure, none
pressure.
whatsoever. Let's get into it. Let's talk a little bit about who we got coming in today, Christian.
Originally from Toronto, born and raised. She is one of the leaders in Toronto Crump. She's also one of the founders of Screwface Capital and working on heavy projects such as Sneaker Bay.
That's what's up. And without further ado, let's give a real good Kicks on Stage welcome to our guest, Knives. Come on in right now. Knives, come on in. Welcome. I'm gonna give you one more applause. You deserve it.
I hear this one.
That's what's
I
up.
didn't hear the first one. So
It's okay. The first one is definitely for you. How you doing?
I'm good. I'm excited to be here.
Oh, hi.
Happy to have you.
We are so happy to have you.
Super professional. Yeah.
It's a vibe.
We're trying.
It's a bop. So you woke up this morning feeling what? How did you wake up this morning feeling?
Blessed.
That's what's up.
What
feel
other
like-
way to wake up?
Right? That's
Yeah.
what. There's no other way.
Yeah, that's it.
That's it.
Yeah.
And what you got on feet today?
The Brazil dunk lows.
That's what's up.
Yeah.
Do you like
know,
dunks?
I do. Crump had an era where everybody was wearing dunks, but the GS dunks back then were not really suitable for adults.
Okay.
At least not a lot of them.
Right.
So I did not get to really partake in that.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm really happy they're coming back in colorways that I can now enjoy and put on my feet. But I will not dance in them. So
You will not dance
I
in
will
them.
not.
Okay.
No, no. But I heard it is a good shoe to dance in.
Do you like the off-white dunks that Virgil did?
I do.
You do like them?
I do. I don't like how much they cost, but I do like them.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Is there a certain colorway that sticks out?
No, I'm not really picky.
Okay.
I will rock every dunk out right now.
Yeah,
Wow.
there's
I don't think there's been like a bad dunk so far.
No.
because you could fit it with so many things.
Yeah.
I mean, you just have a colorway for every
Yeah.
Yeah.
for every outfit.
Or you can just do all black and then
That's
have
it.
The pop of color.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which basically what I tried to do today for Knives. I tried to do that.
Yeah, I see
Okay.
it.
Yeah, yeah.
I see it. I see it.
I tried to do the pop. Before we dive into everything else, we got a lot of things we're going to be discussing. As you know, Kicks on Stage, we're talking about dancer culture. We're talking about sneaker culture. So just we want to kind of give the people a bit of your background in dance and your dance history and kind of how you came into hip hop that transitioned into crump.
Yeah. I wasn't the I was dancing before I could walk type
Okay.
person. Not that there's anything wrong with that, but it just wasn't something that I really connected with. As a kid, I was more of an athlete,
Mm-hmm.
and so
What sport?
everything.
Okay.
Everything.
Like
Yeah,
volleyball?
I tried doing everything, but volleyball was my favorite.
Oh.
I'm Portuguese, so soccer was kind of like forced on me. I'm not that great,
Bom dia,
though.
tudo bem?
See,
Sim, obrigado. Oh.
I think you know more than I do at this point.
Well, my wife is Portuguese, and
Oh,
and my
nice.
son, like we were teaching him Portuguese.
Okay, yeah,
So that's amazing. I did not know that.
yeah.
either.
We should have brought some bacalhau. We should have
Yeah.
brought some
Should've.
pão com manteiga.
Who didn't do their homework? Someone needs to get fired for not doing their
no.
homework.
No one got that. Ah, well. Okay, sorry. as
no,
you
no,
were?
it's cool. It's cool. Yeah. So I was an athlete more than anything. But when I was 10, I was in a car accident that kind of flipped my life upside down, and I was pretty much told, you're not gonna function the way you used to.
Mm.
And as an athlete, I was like,
Damn.
come on,
Wow.
So, luckily, with my body being young,
Mhm.
and it was a recovery that was able to happen.
Mhm.
So I asked myself, like, what can I do to really like utilize my body,
Yeah.
at all times, like whenever I can.
Mhm.
And so dance kind of just like, it made sense because I liked music. I was dancing all the time, but it wasn't anything I took serious because we didn't have money for classes, lessons,
Yeah.
anything like that. So went on YouTube with the dial-up internet, started watching Missy videos, and I was just like, I got the Pass That Dutch video,
Yeah.
the little white girl.
Yeah, yeah.
I was like, what's up?
Shout out Allison.
Yeah.
Allison
Yes,
Stoner.
Yes.
Hi hat to the choreo on that one.
It's crazy that like we're all grown up now, and like she's like
Yeah.
an actual adult now,
Right,
And
yeah.
we see. I don't know. It's weird. Time is weird. Anyways, so I saw her do that inverted heel toe, and I tried it, and once I got it, I was like, I'm a dancer. Nobody can tell me anything. And like,
Double flex bomb on that. She's a dancer. Nobody
you
can
just
stop her.
can't tell me
That inverse heel toe.
nothing.
Yeah.
Like nothing. Once I got that move, I was like, yeah, this is my destiny.
Right.
So it was by fluke that I kept going.
Right.
Like, and I was, what I think is, I was kind of talented. So,
Right.
and I kept going with it. So in high school, I found a dance crew. And I actually started off like with dance hall and hip hop.
Okay.
Yeah. So shout out to Ill Skills.
Ill skills.
Yeah, Ill Skills, yeah. And so when Ill Skills happened, that's when kind of I was really brought into the street dance aspect of it, because that's what we were doing. We weren't really, there were no studio dancers in the group. It was just kind of like whatever was popping at that point.
Yeah.
So jerking came around, and I was like, skinny jeans, purple skinny jeans,
The
my
purple
yellow
ones.
dunks, yeah. Oh yeah. And so yeah, that's what kind of got me into it, like to really like dive into street dance. And then when Crump came out, I was like, that's what I want to do.
Right.
Because I remember hip hop being fulfilling for me, but it was just like there was no attack. It was kind of just like a groove and like a vibe, which was good sometimes. But I had this like need for like attack as well. So when Crump came out and like was introduced to me, I was like, that's it. I knew it. I just knew it.
Right.
Yeah, I wasn't good, but I knew it.
So did you when you watched the movie, did you gravitate more towards Little C, or did you like Tie Dye? Like who was like one of you?
With Rise?
Yeah, Rise.
I think the whole movie itself and the aura it gave off was what kind of pulled me in. I wasn't really gravitated towards anyone specifically, but just again that feeling like you just know something great is happening
Right.
in that midst. So it was like I want that. I want that feeling. Like it looks like something attainable, but it's
Right.
like I haven't felt it before.
Right.
So, and then when you do feel it, it's an
Something else.
Second to
unexplainable
none.
feeling.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So can you put to rest? Sorry, not put to bed. That made no sense. Put to
I
rest.
mean, that's where we sleep, right? So.
This is true. Do you have to be angry to Crump? Nice.
No,
Thank you.
No. That is such a
People know
common
Yeah.
you don't have to be
misconception.
angry.
I have definitely like ripped people being super happy, and because you have to kind of go into a battle, believing in yourself and
Yeah.
being confident, and like anger doesn't really get you there. If you're angry, you're not really thinking about how confident you are. That's a whole different mentality. So you kind of gotta go in there like I'm the shit, and then so having those different emotions can help you tap into a different side of Crump. And anger believe it or not, kind of strays you away from Crump sometimes. Because if you get too much into it and you like feed too much into it, you kind of lose like what it is you're trying to get across. It does, like, you know, it does help deal with those emotions,
Yeah.
but it's not a prerequisite for Crump. No, not at all. Yeah. I'm happy most of the time, so.
That's what's up.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
is it tough to always bring that intensity and dig down deep for those emotions to really pull it out so that you can attack when you're crumping?
That's a good question.
That's endurance too, right?
It is endurance. It's a lot of endurance. I actually just started skipping rope to get my stamina back up because it is no joke. But yeah, in terms of like tapping in, Crump for me has showed me in depth like more of who I am. So I think now being in Crump for as long as I have been, I think 8 years now, it showed me like the type of person I am. So I don't really have to tap in too much
Okay.
all the time now because I know who I am.
You just be yourself.
Yeah, it makes you aware of who you are, and you really, when you start Crump, it's really hard. Like I have little homies right now that are new to Crump, and it's not even a physical challenge, it's a mental challenge because they have to really let go of what it is they think they have to do and really listen to their body, and then listen to the mental state they're in to really convey an emotion, right? You don't actually have to feel deeply when you dance all the time, but you have to convey an attitude or a demeanor, you know, because then there's really nothing there, and you have to connect with people. So again, when you tap in, it's more tapping into an attitude or demeanor and being able to show it. So that's why we have character in Crump. You choose your character, and that's cool, but it always has to be an extension of yourself and not so much like something you don't really know of. Like I'm not going to pretend to be, you know, I don't know, can't think of anything now. But I'm not going to try to convey a character that I've never really experienced myself. You know, everything I dance to and like everything that comes out of me is something that I've experienced or been through or learned through life and dance. You
Gotcha.
know?
Dope.
Yeah.
Is there a pinnacle moment in your life that you know, whether it be the transition from hip hop into to Crump, that you gravitated towards sneakers? You're like, oh, like that was something that like, you know, oh, that stood out to me. Like, oh, I want to really pay attention to like that type of shoe, or like what got you into sneakers particularly?
Dance didn't really get me into sneakers, honestly. I think it helped me attain some of my sneakers with traveling and all that. I've definitely built up my collection because of traveling through dance. So shout out to that. But in terms of sneakers being a part of, you know, my life, it's always been more of the tomboy aspect in me and probably the athleticism from a young age. I remember like begging my mom for these Shox, like a pair of Nike Shox at Foot Locker, and I was like, I need them for volleyball. And then, you know, I had to convince her, and I never wore them to volleyball practice because I was like, I'm not stuffing these up ever. But that interest has always been there, and I think it's just more of the not the mentors, but like the influences in my life. Like,
Did you get the Shox? Did you get the Shox because of Vince Carter?
No,
I did.
I thought everyone got Shox because of Vince because he put them on the map.
I mean, he did.
It was his. It was his shoe.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was.
The Shox was Vince's shoe.
Yeah, like his. Yeah.
Yeah.
But no, it wasn't that. Like I don't really watch basketball. I'm more. I think the birth of sneakerheads is either from basketball or, you know, just knowing style.
Yeah.
But that wasn't me. I wasn't really into basketball.
Okay.
I like playing it, but I couldn't watch it.
Gotcha.
Yeah, it was just not my thing.
No worries, I hear you. Being that if you look at your Instagram and the pictures that you put out there, you have a very wide range of sneakers. Now,
yeah.
do you find that in this culture of dance and also as being a sneakerhead that you are, being a female, has it made you stand out more? Has it hindered you? Like, what does it feel like to be like, yo, I'm a female sneakerhead and I will shut the game down?
Yeah, that's a good question. That's something I always ask, the girls I interview and just like kind of meet throughout. I always ask them, like, is sneakerhead, like, is it essential for you? Like, do you have to like claim the term or do you stay away from it?
Yeah.
Because I feel like as women, you claim yourself as a sneakerhead and you have like 20 questions like already prepped for you. Like, like what year did this come out? Like what colorways? And I'm just kind of like, go away. I don't want. But if like a guy has like a nice pair of shoes and he's like, yeah, I'm a sneakerhead. I love sneakers. I'd be like, that's cool, bro.
Right.
And then just kind of like, that's
that.
it.
Right.
So to me, it kind of doesn't really make a difference to me, like being a female sneakerhead. I kind of just, it is what it is. I don't like labels too much, but I do get a lot of, unwanted, like, oh, you're so dope. And I was like, yeah, okay, cool. That's not what I do it for, but I know there's an intrigue right now with women in sneakers, and some of it is genuine and some of it isn't, but,
Do you feel the same way about being a female in Crump?
That's a whole different story. Being a woman in Crump is super. It has its rewards and it has like its challenges. It depends what season I'm in, honestly. Sometimes you get your flowers that you deserve, and then sometimes you get overlooked and you get people who kind of don't want to acknowledge the work you've done, and you gotta chuck it up as like, that's where we're at right now, But I'm trying to change that. There's a lot of women that really like hold their own in Crump, and we have the big homie aspect, like like with FAMs. So a lot of the time, it's a male big homie, but making a difference by being like a female big homie. I feel the more we have those around, the leadership will probably start shifting. But it's hard. It's hard to be seen as a leader. And like that's one thing I'm starting to learn is you can do all this work and somehow not get like the same recognition of somebody who does half the work, And you hear it growing up as like in like the corporate world and all of that, but it's a real thing. Like you really have to do so much more to get the same amount of acclaim as someone who's just kind of there, like doing what they're supposed to be doing, like, so it's tough. It's tough. I don't want to sound like, it's something that feeds your ego, but you still want to have the respect in the game, like the validation part of it. I really don't care about that part, but to hold women to that
standard.
Yeah. And again, it's shifting. It's a whole different era in Crump and in dance in general. A lot of people are being held accountable, so that's good. But you need women. You just need women in the community.
Definitely.
So
when you travel from, like, when you were traveling with dance and you would go from Toronto to the next city, would you see less women in Crump? Like, is there more women in Crump in the States than there are out here in Canada?
100%.
Okay.
Yeah. It gets the number gets even bigger when you go overseas. Like Japan is like crazy.
There's Japan. I've never seen Japan Crumpers in my life.
Japan is insane. Like every style they they adapt to, it's like they take it to the next level.
Body it.
It's insane.
I've seen Japan breakers, and the Japan breakers are
Lockers,
like
poppers.
up
Right.
here.
Jeez.
And they always, it's like, it's top tier.
Yeah.
It's so good. But the women in Japan, like, honestly, I feel like even their worst could be some of our best. Like, that's how, like,
That's scary.
yeah, but you know, it's the work they put in, you know? In Canada, the number is very small. I'm trying to change that. But you go to the States and then it gets a little bigger.
Right.
And then you go to Europe and it gets bigger than that. And then Japan gets bigger. And then you go to Russia and you have like damn near the same amount of women and men. Like the number is almost exact because it's just, I'm still trying to crack the code. I don't know what it is, but you know, whatever it is, I'm happy for them because again, that representation matters.
How does that feel? How does that feel? So I mean to cut you off. How does that feel that when you go to Japan and you see these, you know, female crumpers or just crumpers in general, just these dancers,
Right.
and they're such like high quality and high caliber? Does it make you want to pull your socks up? Does it make you want to like kind of like cringe? I know like some of these like competitions that I kind of go through with my dance studio, and I see like these Montreal dancers, they eat food. I'm putting it out there. Those Montreal dancers eat a lot of us Torontonians' foods.
They must have good coaches.
They must have good coaches. We're putting out a plug to all them coaches. Shout out to all you coaches out there who shutting down the game. But now, when I see that as a choreographer, I'm like, well, I'm not saying we suck, but just like what? Like that,
Right.
I wasn't expecting that.
Right.
How's that feel with Crump? Because it's more individual with Crump than it is like
It
there's
is.
18 people in a crew. You know what I'm saying? So,
Right.
how does that then make you feel when you see these overseas Crumpers kind of show off their dance skills?
It's a bittersweet feeling, honestly. It's a bit of both. When I see it and I experience it, I'm like, this is the greatest thing ever. I love this feeling. Like, I never want to leave this feeling. And then you fly back and it's like, you're trying to keep that flame ignited, right? So you're trying to like, hey, let's do this session. Like, let's lab. Let's, you know, I took this workshop and, you know, like, let's all see if we can work on this. And people, I don't know. It's not even a Crumper thing. I think it's a Toronto dancer thing. Like, I just feel like we're kind of lazy.
Speak on it.
Like, it's not even lazy. It's not lazy. It's more of laid back.
We're comfortable.
Yeah.
Comfortable.
Yeah. That's a good word. Yeah. Because it's definitely not lazy. I've seen a lot of Toronto dancers really succeed. But it's like far and few in between. And it's confusing because we have the resources.
And the talent.
Yeah.
Talent's there.
But for some reason, the motivation is just not as strong, I guess, as these other places. But I guess when I travel, I only see the good of every community for the most part. So it could be the same, but you know, hard work is gonna show. So the fact that I go out there and I feel confident as a crumper, and then I go to some places and I'm like, I'm not jumping in this session. I don't want to jump in this session because nope, I'm not there.
Right.
But you know, I always have to remind myself like nobody can offer what I offer. Nobody does what I do. Type of thing. So you gotta contribute to every community that you cross, at least in my opinion. But it's tough because a lot of places I leave to go to give me that feeling of like back home, like we need to like pick it up, you know? And it's not even a diss. It's kind of like let's do this. Like, I know we can do it. And then you get back and things just kind of like, yeah, let's do that.
Crickets.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I think the formula for me is to lead by example. So I've just been dancing.
Dope.
Dancing.
Right.
Like, just whenever I can, dance, whenever I lab. hop on a Zoom. I hate Zoom. Like, especially, I don't know about you,
Right.
but for Crump,
You can't. It's
you
hard.
can't feel
Yeah.
it.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
I'm in my room looking crazy, trying to really get into the intensity
Right.
of it. And I'm like,
You're on mute. I can't. You're on
I
mute.
can't hear you. So it's tough with the pandemic, but hopefully once this is all over, people really get that hunger
Mm-hmm.
back to really jump in full force. Because the one thing I always tell the people around me is, like, we're trying to sharpen each other up so that when people come here, we don't get dogged.
Right. Right.
Like, that's the real goal. Like, you may think I'm trying to get at you and be aggressive towards you and give you that type of energy because, you know, I don't like you or I want to beat you. No. It's so that we're prepared for this type of energy when it comes here.
Right.
You know, and we're able to handle that.
Do you think that Crump is still considered like an underground dance style?
Yes.
Like, is it? It's not like. Are you booking jobs as a crumper? Like you?
I'm booking jobs as a street dancer.
Right. Right.
I think Crump is no secret anymore. It's on the main platforms.
Right.
It's on, you know, World of Dance has seen it,
Yeah.
and all these movies have put Crump in their stuff. Sometimes it's not that great,
Right.
but you know, they check in with the creators, which for me is good enough. But I think as Crump in the community is still a baby and is still getting like kind of bullied.
Mm-hmm.
But again, that's just something you can't really focus on the people that are trying to bully you. You just got to lead by example. You got to join all these all style battles until you hear a Crump track. Like I still to this day want to have not heard a Crump track in an all styles like playlist. You know,
Have you?
Nope.
No,
I haven't.
Yeah, I was actually a guest battler at one of these events,
Mm-hmm.
and I didn't. Not even me. Like I don't even want a Crump track for myself.
Mm-hmm.
It's just to be acknowledged as a style in
Yeah.
an all styles event.
Mm-hmm.
It wasn't there. Even as a guest battler. So I was kind of like, oh, this is kind of weird.
In the city, this happened here.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. And I think DJs like don't really have an excuse at this point. There's so many tracks on YouTube
Mm-hmm.
that you can kind of download. You can ask the Crumpers in the community. That's also a way you can work towards bringing everyone together.
Mm-hmm.
So I just feel like it's 2021. I want to hear some Crump.
Get with it.
Yeah.
But I think that's important though. It's important to talk about like the diversity that needs to be represented, not just in the city, but as a dance community as whole. I think that was one of the things, you know, I first came about with you, Knives, at the dance studio at Creative and Dance Styles, and you showcasing your talent and showing the kids that like, oh, there's another side that you can express yourself. Because I
Right.
think when you are at a dance studio, right, you are like either you're a trained dancer or you're a street dancer trying to be trained or whatever the case may be. And when you involve these different dance styles like Crump or like dance hall or something that's not on the norm, you need the right representation of that, right? And I think for you, so I just want to say thank you for coming out and showcasing what you can do, because a lot of the students were like, wow, I never thought I could do that. Or I thought it was like this, but oh no, she made it feel like that. And I think that's what's super important. And I hope that as we grow collectively, that we can continue to see more of that, because again, there's no such thing as a Crump studio. Like I've never heard of that before in my life.
No.
Right.
You can teach Crump in a studio, like don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
There's foundation and basics, but you will not get the full experience if you don't go to these street battles, these street sessions, these travel to these communities that, you know, throw events. Like you have to go outside the studio in order to experience these street dances, because that's where they were born. That's where you're going to get the raw experience. But by all means, like I would love to teach Crump at a studio, like just to get it in the curriculum, you know? But again, I always encourage my students to show up to sessions. Like I'll keep them informed, you know, when I throw sessions, when there's events happening in the community, because they have to experience that. Because when you're experimenting in a class, you're experimenting. But when you go to a session, you get to put that all on display and get the love and support from the community.
Right.
Because as a community, we get so hyped when we see like new dancers, you know? And like for the more seasoned crumpers, you know, you gotta at this point like levitate to get like real hype. But you know, for young crumpers, for the rookies coming into the scene, if you hit a jab or if that stomp goes into the chest pop and then, you know, an arm swing comes out, like we are going to hype that because the understanding is there now and we see it. So we get super excited for that.
Oh.
You know, there's style versus functionality. So what shoes would you not crump in?
Good question.
That is a good question. 11s.
That's a no?
No. They have a lot of grip. So, like, some crumpers do dance in 11s, and I just don't see how. My biggest no is the Chuck Taylors.
Ooh, oh, so the flat footers there.
Yeah.
Ooh, I don't know how y'all do it, but they're out there. They do dance in. I don't get it. It like hurts my ankles just thinking about it because like I need that ankle support for myself to not feel like I'm about to,
mash up your foot, then.
Exactly.
Are you a part of the retail gang or the resale gang?
Is that like? Do people ask that? Like, I would.
He put me on the spot.
I put him on the spot. I had to because the thing is with the culture, right? People are like, no, I'm only buying at retail. Like I'm not trying to pay no crazy prices, right? But there's some who do it for like a legit job where they're flipping shoes just because they know like, okay, those, for instance, the Last Dance documentary, when that came out, it made the ones like price went up.
Crazy.
Listen, like they didn't know, like they didn't know.
Yeah.
True.
Unfair.
Really?
Yeah.
Really?
Right.
Like you needed a Netflix documentary.
No, of course.
To tell you like the value of a shoe. I'm team retail.
Okay, good.
If I really love a shoe, I'm gonna find a way to get it resale, but at a price that I'm okay with.
Yeah.
There's a cap for me. I feel like you shouldn't be paying $1,000 for a shoe. I just don't see it. Especially when the original price tag is $160. I just can't justify it. You know what I'm saying? Like all these designer shoes, like they start off in like at a stack. You know what I'm saying? So like, cool. If that's like your original pricing and it doubles to like 3,000, like, or you know, whatever the case may be, then I'm gonna, okay, cool. Or if it goes on sale for $800, I'm gonna be like, ooh, this is a steal.
Yeah.
There's no logic in that.
Sounds crazy, right?
Right?
Sounds crazy.
But you see the shoe come out for $160 and you see people literally hoard like a bunch of sizes of the shoe that you want, and you're just like, I don't want to give into this. It's a love-hate thing for me because I love it because I can essentially really get any shoe I want that I really desire. But I hate it because I'm paying way too much.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So
what was the last shoe you camped out for?
Camped out for?
If you ever have camped out, you could be like, I don't do that.
No, listen, my last experience was when I said I don't do that anymore. It was the Royal ones.
Okay.
Yeah. I think it was like 3 or 4 years ago. It was cold. And you know, you get those last minute like, oh, we just went to the car to go get something, and like you haven't seen them the whole night,
right?
So you're just like, but I'm gonna get jumped if I say anything. Right. So yeah, it's just a lot now. I don't even think camp outs are a thing anymore.
Like you were able to now get shoes in the city without like driving to like Buffalo or like New York to try to get them?
No, my husband is from Buffalo, so I mean, we kind of got together a little too late for for that for that bonus
Yeah.
to have to have him pick up shoes in
Right,
Buffalo.
right.
But I think it's still okay, actually. I was there last year, and I think the Black Cats came out, and we were still able to like go into the mall
And
and
so
grab
got
them.
them?
Yeah,
Jeez.
yeah.
Wow.
I called ahead, and
Okay. The
they
Galleria Mall in Buffalo?
I can't even remember.
Okay.
I don't think it was.
Okay.
I don't think it was. But it was one of the malls. We went there. We took the bus. Like, it wasn't no rush or anything. He was like, they're going to be there. And then, lo and behold, they were there. And I was like, this is weird.
Do you still have them?
Yeah. of
That's
course.
what's up. That's what's up. That's what's up. She still's got it.
Yeah, still got 'em. You don't put in that work for no reason.
Well,
That's true, though.
I mean, depends on situations.
those went up. Those Black Cats went up.
Did they?
From my understanding, they did.
I don't even check anymore.
Fours are all
'cause-
over the place right
Yeah,
now.
that's
There's
true.
a lot of fours out right now.
Yeah. I think the fours were always kind of slept on, at least from like what I've seen. So, yeah, it's just stuff like that. Like, they would have sat at any point. Even last year, we had the mushrooms, the women's release exclusive for the fours, with like it's kind of like a beige color. They sat when I was working at Exclusivity, and I was like trying to get people to buy them because I was like, hello.
Right.
And they sat there, and I was kind of like, okay, you're lost. And then it's funny because I had people after the fact asking me like where to get them, and I was like, StockX,
Yeah, right.
you know.
Right.
But those were slept on for some weird reason. But now these ones are getting all the love. So
The Off-White Fours were a female shoe.
They were.
And
They
they
are.
were a
was-
women's exclusive.
Yeah.
They
yeah.
were, and they went crazy. Christian, did you go crazy for that shoe?
I definitely did.
Do you have them?
I do. Yeah.
Drop a bomb on that caution. That's it, Christian. You got that.
It's a women's exclusive. There's one woman on this table, but she's the one that does not have it. This is the world we live in.
My wife is getting me cut eye right now. because she
Wait, do
also-
you have?
She
Wait,
also doesn't have it. I was looking
Thank
for
you for your
her.
time.
I was actually looking for her.
oh, okay. And then you.
I just got my size. I couldn't pass up the opportunity.
Yeah, I'm with you. I'm with you.
Am I selfish?
No, man. They were a dope shoe. Only because they were a female shoe, and when I'm a size 13, so I was like, they got size 13s. I thought they were just a woman's shoe. I didn't understand
You
that.
need a 14 and a half men,
Yeah.
women's.
Yeah,
For
just saying it out loud sounds crazy.
yeah,
I never heard of a 14 and a half women's. Have you?
no.
Does that
I'm
even
sure WNBA players.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Custom made.
I guess
Yeah.
the custom
Really.
joints. I hear you. Do you? Are you one to follow like a trend or with like the way the culture is moving? So, for instance, Kanye West being at Nike went to Adidas.
Right.
Jared Lorenzo being at Nike moving
Went
to
to
Adidas.
Adidas.
Would you follow them? I know you're not feeling Adidas right now, as you said, but would you go with the trends or no?
No.
Okay.
I'm not that type of person to kind of just wherever the talent goes.
Mhm.
It really comes down to the shoe.
Yeah.
If I like the shoe, feels good, it looks good, here's my money.
Right.
Like that's really what it comes down to. Like the backstory can kind of help sometimes.
Yeah.
So, if Adidas comes out with a shoe that has a good backstory to it, I'll probably consider it. But
Right.
for the most part, it's a silhouette thing. It's how it's gonna look on my feet, how it's gonna go with my fit. I can already you get the sense of
Right.
how things are gonna look on you. And
Right.
It's a style preference.
What's your grail?
Ooh.
Mm.
The one that I
Grails.
have or one that
One that you own and one that you're still trying to acquire.
okay. So the one that I have that I'm like super happy about is the Aleli one, the Aleli May ones, the shadows
Mm.
Yeah,
that she did,
those are nice.
which were perfection. I always tell people like that's my cartoon shoe. Like you know how cartoons wear
yeah.
the same thing every day.
Yeah.
Like if I were to be a cartoon, those would be my kicks. Like, and I walk around with a little lint roller for the Chanel that's on the swoosh, just like, or the corduroy. Sorry, but yeah, those are the grails that I have in my collection. Ones that I'm still trying to acquire. The Mars Yard overboot.
Jeez, yeah.
Like, yeah, I think that one's. It's a weird shoe, but yeah, I think those would look super dope.
Any
like,
of the Mars Yards, I'd be happy with.
That's also a fact. Yeah. Or even like the Jordan 2s. I think the Jordan 2s were really slept on, and I definitely slept. But yeah, the white and red ones.
Those were made in Italy, if I'm not mistaken. The Jordan 2s. Like
Were they?
initially, yeah, the leather. I have like the Slam magazine. It's like made in Italy. It's like the thing that made it like a more
varsity
pristine silhouette and whatnot.
Yeah.
You know, I'm trying to find the Michael Jackson LA Gears. Do you remember those?
LA Gears, yeah. I used to have them as a kid.
If anyone has those, I need to get a pair.
We need
of those.
to help this man.
I would like a pair of that with the buckles on the side.
You want the ones that light up too?
No.
Would you actually rock them though?
No, I would 100%.
Oh, okay.
They're just I think they're just like they're fresh. I think they're a bulkier shoe. Like
Yeah.
I remember the ad. I like everything, and like I'm like, oh, I missed the boat. I was like 7 or something when that came out. I wasn't buying it back then. I had no money for that.
Yeah.
But I would like those in the bag. So I feel like we've come to a point. Do we want to do it?
We know that time.
We're
Let's do it.
we're getting to that time.
I don't know what's happening.
Don't worry.
Okay, I don't know what time it is.
No one's jumping out of the walls. It's all good.
Cool.
We got this segment here on Kicks on Stage that we like to call
Pat the chat.
That's right. Patty chat. We got knives here.
It's a vibe.
It's a vibe, right?
It's a real vibe.
It's a straight vibe. So
Hold on.
before we continue, we gotta allow you to have a patty. Christian, you want to tell Knives where the patty's from today?
Today, we got them from Tennell's in Brampton.
Oh, Brampton.
I feel like they're one of the best patties in the city. But if you would like to claim the top spot as the best patty in the city, please send it to us.
We welcome you.
Yes.
All patty makers, we welcome you. So this is for you,
That's
Knives.
funny.
There you go. Christian, this is for you. So basically, patty chat, what's going to happen, Knives, we are going to ask you a question while you yam your patty. It's pretty much what's going to happen.
Okay.
And feel free to take a break if you need to take a break.
Okay.
And yeah, whatever comes to your mind, that's what's up. That's the vibe.
This is super tight.
Yeah, so
Shout
it's a
out
good
to you guys.
Yeah, well, it's a Kicks on Stage specialty. So we appreciate you being on here. So we're gonna go back and forth. You want to go first?
Sure.
Here we go. First question on Patty Chat. I don't need that. I'm gonna need this. There you go. Here you go. First question on Patty Chat. Here we go. Music nowadays is
Weird.
Good. The sneaker missing in your collection is?
The Mars Yard shoe. Overshoe. Yeah.
If I could meet Michael Jordan, I would tell him.
Stop
backdooring your son's shoes.
Woo! That is a story.
Drop an air horn on that one.
Can you get banned from purchasing Jordans?
He can't ban his own son.
No, you can't do that.
No, me.
Oh, no.
No. Oh, you.
Okay, just asking for a friend.
No. Asking for
They don't make blank like they used to.
These are tough. I'm gonna
Go for it. We got all the time in the world.
Okay. What don't they make like they used to? Bro, I don't even know.
Like a cereal. Doesn't have to be a shoe. It could be anything.
I know. It's just a lot of things. Hold on. Cartoons. They don't.
Cool.
They don't make cartoons like these. You're right.
I don't think so.
My most prized shoe is
the Sean Witherspoon Air Max.
Amazing shoe.
It is.
What shoe or outfit or music did everyone like that you just could not?
Okay. Let me think. Oh, the Sakai.
The waffles?
The newer ones.
Newer ones.
Not the first ones that came out, but the newer ones that kind of have like
The chunky.
yeah,
Yeah.
can't get into them.
No,
No, but I still want the first ones that came out. Any colorway.
those are fresh. Those are fresh. The most useless shoe I ever bought is. Oh, this is gonna be a good one.
Oh man, have I ever bought a useless shoe? um, do you guys remember the Roos, the kangaroos shoes, like the boxing?
The boxing.
Yeah.
I bought them in like a purple and pink.
Okay.
Like it was kind of like a faded. I can. That's how useless they were. Like no, but I wore them a lot. I thought it was Sierra at one point. I went through like a Sierra phase.
Yes.
So it was like anything that went past my shins, I was pretty much on board with.
Nothing kills creativity quicker than.
Overthinking.
I plan on blank in the next 5 years.
Launching Sneaker Bay as a business.
Shout out to Sneaker Bay. Shout out to Sneaker Bay.
Hey.
Performing on stage is.
Indescribable.
I'm scared to death of.
Enclosed spaces and pigeons.
Pigeons.
I hate.
What is it? What is it about the pigeons?
They know you're scared. They can sense fear, so like they'll swoop up next to you. I'm not kidding.
Great. That's great.
Everyone thinks I'm crazy,
Right.
but they'll always come a little closer to me because they know. We know, like there's like this unspoken thing with me and pigeons.
Blank is the best album I've heard.
Ooh. First one that comes to mind is College Dropout. Yeah.
Dope.
It's the old Kanye.
TikTok is.
Useful. It's useful.
Next year the Toronto Raptors will.
Play basketball.
Perfect. That's it. Yep.
Oh, it's me. Okay. I like to put blank on my bagel.
Cream cheese and bacon.
Ooh,
That's nice.
I've never done that.
I'ma put you on.
Wow, interesting.
It's pretty good.
Cream cheese
pretty
and
good.
bacon. Okay,
Yeah.
okay.
There's no such thing as.
There's no such thing as losing.
No L's over here on Kicks on Stage.
Those are just
People
lessons.
Yeah.
drop a bomb on them one time.
Those lessons.
Cream cheese and bacon. It's like my biggest sneaker purchase regret is.
Oh.
Talk to them, Knives. Talk to them.
I bought the Levi 4s.
Which colorway?
Both. I like the white ones. I can't justify wearing them because I feel like they would get dirty really quick. And the dark denim just, to me, doesn't hit like with any outfits. So, yeah, probably the dark denim Levi's that I can think of off the top of my head. Yeah.
Blank dominated the shoe game in 2020.
Probably Travis Scott for me.
Yeah.
Yeah. Honestly, everything's like hit with him though.
Everything.
Everything.
Yeah.
Even his Reese's Puffs. It's just him in a box. hits.
Was that the McDonald's one too? The collab? Did you see the
Yeah.
chicken nugget pillow
Yeah.
Yeah.
that everyone got?
Yeah.
That's what you get, honestly.
For buying a chicken.
I got a
For buying
bone.
a chicken nugget pillow.
I got a bone to pick with Travis Scott and that McDonald's merch drop. Okay.
Why?
He advertised a foam, like a foam cup, right? Like if you talking about like, you know, pouring up in your cup, you know about lean and stuff like that, okay? You get the foam cups. He advertised it. I ordered the foam cup. I'm like, I want that.
You ordered the foam cup?
I wanted it. I'm weird. I was
Wait,
like,
but
I like double cup love.
did you like order it or did you like buy it?
No,
resale?
I bought it. I bought
Okay,
it
okay,
retail. I
okay,
bought it
okay.
retail.
That's fine.
Do you know what showed up to my house? It was a plastic cup like this. I have never been more cheesed in my entire life.
That is a
Travis
water
Scott.
cup.
It's a water cup.
Yeah.
But it's plastic. But it said it was the foam cup.
Foam one.
Do you understand how mad I was? Cheesed.
I think a lot of people got ripped off
Yeah.
with that. It just didn't sound like it was advertised.
Oh my gosh.
That pillow.
What? I was heated. When I'm not working, I
Sleep.
sleep.
I sleep a lot.
Last question.
Okay.
The key to success is
I feel like every answer like sounds cliche, but it's really like everything I can think of is cliche, but it's valid. The key to success. I think it would have to be consistency.
Mm.
Yeah. That's what I'm learning because, you know, it doesn't happen overnight.
It does not.
Yeah.
Definitely does not happen overnight. Do you want to tell the people on Kicks on Stage what you got coming up? Nice things that we can look forward from you coming up.
I mean, it's hard now with COVID kind of, you know, stepping on our necks right now.
Mm-hmm.
But you spoke about it a little bit. I founded Screwface Capital, which is, you know, a little subdivision of Toronto Crump, to kind of start training and teaching and, you know, having like-minded individuals come together. So that is something I'm in the works with, like even apparel, stuff like that. Just to kind of get stuff popping out here. Like I said, it's hard right now, but we're trying to bring Crump to Toronto and really like have it flourish. So I'm excited about that.
Dope.
And in terms of Sneaker Bay, I'm just interviewing as many women as I can,
Amazing.
chatting up sneakers and, you know, the difficulties of being a woman in sneaker culture and how it's gotten better or worse. So yeah, you know, if there's any women out there who see this that want to be a part of it, it's always dope having
An open door.
yeah,
Yes.
always, yeah. And, you know, like I said before, women always have that stigma of sneakerhead being like, ugh. But I think there's different types of sneakerheads now. Like, there's the hype beast, there's, you know, the collector, there's the one who, you know, maybe can't have all the sneakers they want, but know the knowledge. So, like, by all means, if you have a passion for sneakers, don't count yourself out. So, yeah.
Well,
On
dope.
that note,
On that note,
On that note,
thank you.
thank you.
Thank you for being here.
no,
with
thank
us.
you. This was super tight.
Dope.
Yeah, I like this. Keep doing this.
Thank you. Thank
If
you,
you ever
guys.
need a co-host
Hey,
or a co-host,
let's do it.
Yeah.
We're about to collab. So we want to thank you for coming on and taking the time. You are a true fighter in the city for Crump and making it, you know, known, making people know more about it. So thank you for sharing your time and your passion with us. We appreciate it here on Kicks on Stage. And once again, guys, let's give it for Nas one time. Let's give it up for one time. That's what's up.
Thank you.
We're good. Thank you for tuning in, y'all.
Boom.
We'll
Thank
catch
you for
y'all on the
tuning
next
in.
episode. Kicks on Stage. We here.
We here. Peace out, yo.
It is time to play. This one gonna get dangerous.
Thanks for tuning into this episode. Don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe. Turn on those post notifications so you know every time we drop a video. We appreciate you guys coming through. Justin, you got something to say?
No, that was good.
All right, we out.
Peace.